Hey, we're up. Good morning. Manuel, good morning, sir. Batlash underscore PH, good morning, baby. North Calocan City. You guys know the rest. How's everybody this morning? We're looking good. The rainy season is subsiding in the Philippines. Thank you, Lord. Got sick of the rain, man. James Lonergan, good morning, friend. How are you? Chef Ed from Ed's Midnight Grill, Edward Crandall. Good morning, sir. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you, friend. That's right, in the house. Ed, dude, Ed posts some of the funniest stuff on Facebook, you guys. Rory Thomas, good morning, sir. Mike and Marichu, wow, good morning. Thanks for joining us. How's everybody doing? Yeah, Batlash, we had a little bit of rain. What day was that? Oh, it was Melanie's birthday. It was Sunday. I was worried that the birthday party was going to get ruined because, of course, we did the party up on the deck, but fortunately, it rained from about 8 to 12. It rained from about 8 to noon, and you guys know how it is here. The rain stopped, the sun came out, and boom, everything was dry in 30 minutes. Nelda's Life Journey, thank you so much. $5 super sticker, nice. Thank you so much. Teresita Delgado, my neighbor, how are you, friend? Robert Dyer, good morning, sir. Thanks for joining us. British expat in the Philippines, welcome home. Welcome to the chat. Sorry. You guys, I was so late this morning. I was scoffing down spam and rice, and I'm looking at our clock on the wall, and our clock on the wall is 5 minutes slow. And Melanie looks at me and goes, "You're late." And I go, "No, I'm not. I got 5 minutes." And I look at my phone. Oh, it's 8:58. I'm like, oh. So if you see food in my teeth, don't be grossed out. I didn't get a chance to floss it out of there. British expat, thanks for joining us. Another vlogger that joins our chat every Tuesday. British expat in the Philippines. Charles Brand, good morning. How are you, sir? Living the dream. Well, yeah. I gotta say, after what I've been through the past 16 months, I am most certainly living the dream. Mike and Marichu, when you were back in the US, my wife would ask about you. She never asked about any of the other YouTubers. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate that. Mike Foodie, our resident Canadian chef, is in the house. How are you, sir? Mark Doyle. Hello, sir. How are you? Okay. Thank you for joining us. 4 minutes in with 18 joining. Kieran Hennessy, good morning, sir. How are you? Nice to see all the familiar faces in here. Thank you guys for joining us again on another Tuesday live stream. There's, there's a little bit of chaos going on here in the country again, as most of you already have probably read in the news. And we'll wait until, we get a few more people in here and we can discuss it because it may benefit those of you who are thinking about coming. Okay. Wow, that looks really good, Mama. Melanie's trying on a birthday dress, I think. Maddie, hi. You want to say hi? Oh, look at that. The furry girl. Oh, we have two. Wait, there's more. Two furry girls. Look at Maddie. Maddie's like, God, this is so boring. Daddy just put me down. Edward Crandall says, hello, Melanie. Jay, good morning, sir. How are you? She's in stealth mode right now, Edward. Mike Foodie, is a birthday dress anything like a birthday suit? Oh. Well, on Melanie, anything looks good. So yeah, I'm going to say yes to that. I'm going to say yes to that one. I haven't made it over Teresita Delgado. I haven't made it over to your neighborhood yet. I'm just kind of, I'm just kind of getting my expat legs back again. So, and that's a little bit too far for me to walk the dogs. So that's going to be a solo trip when I make it back over into your hood. And I'll do a video, okay? I'll get your house on cam again. Teresita, are you still in I'm sorry, I don't remember where you were at when we did that video for you. I know you're in OFW. Are you home now or are you still overseas? I would imagine if you didn't make it home. Rokon, Montana. Good morning, sir. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Jay, everything's good in Virginia. We love the new house. Just love it, man. It's so nice. And it has just relieved a great deal of stress off of both of us because, the old house needed a lot of work. And I was always worried about it. When are we going to be able to fix this? When are we going to be able to do that? Ed Crandall is 20 minutes south of Richmond. My sister lived in what's that small historical city that has all the jazz clubs and the help me out, Ed. Hi, honey. How are you? Hello from Camp Pendleton, California. Dennis McFarland. Yeah, baby. Hey, we're chewing some of the same dirt there. I spent 4 years on Camp Pendleton. Alexandria, Edward. Alexandria, Virginia is where my sister lived for, God, 3 or 4 years. What a brilliant little city that is. You don't need a car. You don't need nothing. She lived right on the train, or right next to the, I don't remember what it's called there, but like the LRT or MRT. Dennis, are you still active military? I remember your name, but I don't remember having an active military subscriber on my channel. Are you still active? Active U.S. Marine? If so, man, that's really changed a lot since I was in. I mean, I got out in '87. I can only imagine. Hopewell, Virginia. Yeah. That's where Ed's Midnight Grill is located. No walk-ins accepted. It's by reservation only. Yeah, baby. Oh, Dennis, you are a contractor? Contractor for the government, I guess. Okay. Interesting. Man, I haven't been on Camp Pendleton in years. The last time I was on Camp Pendleton was when I was working in the service industry, or not the service industry, sorry, construction side of the cable TV communications field, and we were doing some build outs. not only on Camp Pendleton, but also on the Irvine Air Station when it was still there. Ed says I had an apartment in Alexandria, and you're in DC. Yeah. Well, those are right next to each other, right, Ed? I just remember everything being so kind of convenient there in Alexandria. And my sister and her husband were there, God, 3 or 4 years. They never had a car or anything. They never, So if you are in the chat from the USA, what post your current temperature so I can brag a little. Dennis, okay. Lots of updates being done on the base. Yeah, well, yeah. It's funny how much money is blown. And I don't mean the money is blown. I mean how much the government overpays for things. Um, Hulk TV. Good to see you back in the country. Are you getting used to the Philippine food again? Uh, yeah, I actually missed, the Philippine food, and I'm eating, thanks to Melanie, I'm eating so much more healthier than I was in the U.S. Alexandria is 10 to 15 miles south. Okay, well, we must have been jumping on the train or something. But I just remember everything being so close. My sister taking me over to the mall, and seeing all these beautiful things that the Lincoln Memorial, all these beautiful things that you only saw on TV for years and years. James Lonergan, 34F. Oh, Jim Schultz, Magandang umaga po. Jim Schultz is out there. He's log in the snow. Log is wandering in Tagalog. He's wandering around in the snow. Teresita Delgado, love your new house. Thank you so much. We love it too. Robert Dyer, 63 degrees in Modesto. There you go. Oh, Teresita, you're in San Antonio, Texas now. Okay. Nelda's life journey. Wish you a successful channel, more viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm hoping for that too. I would love to get to 10,000. I just need I just need to be more like Philly Bryan. That's all. If you want to be successful on YouTube, just follow Philly Bryan. He's the man. Where's the blue hedgehog? Oh, yeah. I was so worried about being late this morning. I didn't set everything up, There he is. It's like a selfie camera. Everything's backwards. Oh, yeah. See, that's what happens. I think he's got to go this way. There we go. That's Stitch. Yeah, he's always in the live stream. Good call, whoever made that call. He's always a part of the live stream. He used to hold my coffee cups, remember? Back in the day. James Lonergan has snow flurries today. Hey, I don't miss that. You guys, it snowed the day after I left Indianapolis. And the last day I was in Indianapolis, it was 62 degrees and sunny. 62F, of course. And when we woke up and my brother drove me to the airport, we had to leave the house at 4:30 a.m. It was 28 degrees the next morning. Aliens and Agenda 21, Panama City. Oh, I've been there. We were there in the Marine Corps. 54F. Okay. Jay says, Philo and Ed, I'm in Chester, Virginia, soon to move to the Philippines in February. Congratulations, Jay. Teresita Delgado, I can't go home yet. I lost 3 boxes. You lost 3 boxes. Do you mean Balak buy-in boxes that you shipped here got lost? They may not be lost. They might be stuck in port somewhere. You know, there's a giant mess going on in the U.S. because you shipped from the U.S. Now I'm in the same boat. I shipped 2 boxes on, let's see, it was 15 October. Where are we at now? 6 weeks ago. And I don't expect to see them until February, March sometime. I don't know if Clyde Seaside is going to come in, but I think Clyde Seaside is one of my subscribers just sent boxes recently and they arrived here. And 32F in Ontario. Thanks, Mike Foodie. That's 0C. No, thank you. I had to sit through one winter in Indianapolis, and that was one winter too many. I did not like it. Ed Crandall has 6 more years. I hope you're not going to 65, Ed. Get the hell out of there, man. Get the hell out of there at 62. John Marlin, what's the latest chismis about tourist visas? We haven't quite started talking about that yet, John. We're kind of waiting for the chat to get heated up. Maybe around 9:30, because I know there's going to be a lot more people that are going to come in. I'm sure you guys have heard the word Omicron, right? If you haven't heard that word yet, we'll talk about it here in a few minutes. But we just have to hope, you guys, that we don't take a big giant step backwards, because we can't. There we go. There's Clyde. Good morning, Clyde. Okay, Clyde says, there you go. I keep forgetting that I can put these up. I'm still getting my vlogging legs back, guys. Bear with me. At least I got the lighting right this time, right? The lighting's much better. Or not, because now you can see my face. Charles Brand sent, Charles Brand says he sent, here we go, sent boxes 2 months to Manila and 3 months to province. Wow. They got to Manila in 2 months. That's fast. So when did you send those, Charles? Can you give us an idea? Because that's really fast. Maybe that was before all this port crap started happening in the U.S. James Lonergan. Yeah, the word disposed might mean something different here, James, in the Philippines than it does in the United States. Disposed would be a very scary word in the U.S. But here it might just mean in storage, right? We'll ask Melanie, see what her opinion is on that when she comes in. She's going to come in and join us. Even 3 months from Australia, that's not bad. I can remember that. I can remember, back in the day, pre-shenanigans, we'll just call it. 3 months was about the average, wasn't it? Ed Crandall, you know what? I'm probably going to have to buy a new one, Ed. We lost so much stuff during the construction of the house. We lost so much stuff. We really did. I'm going to have to look for that. But Melanie did find all of my old baseball caps, my Ferrari, my LA Clippers, my Melanie found my my Desert Warfare hat from the Marine Corps. I'm stoked. I've got all that soaking in soap outside. I'm stoked to have my old baseball caps back because I'm a Calbo. Charles Brand sent boxes in August. Oh my! So you're at 90 days right now. Okay, Charles, we're going to have to, and that was from the U.S., correct? We're going to have to keep in touch with you to find out how your whole BB box thing plays out, because you're at 3 months right now. And I'm expecting 4 to 5 months based on, I used LBC also. Somebody else just said that too. And Kieran Hennessy says, I sent a pair of shoes last March, has not arrived yet. Oh, yeah, a pair of shoes. And how did you send that? Did you send that by post? Robert Dyer, yes, sir. That I used LBC, Indianapolis. Yeah, you know what? Okay, all right. Go. Somebody's ringing the doorbell. Melanie is a Gcash agent, so we have people. Melanie, I'm going to be one too. We're all going to start. Her and I are going to start doing it because Johnny B's not here anymore. Johnny B's got a really good job in. I think he's in Ortigas. Renee Dakula. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Good morning from Riyadh. Robert Dyer, Omicron. Yes, Omicron. Once Clyde says that once the boxes land in Manila, delivery or on forwarding is very quick. Yeah. I used LBC, Robert Dyer. Yes, sir. From Australia, they still say 65 days. Yeah, they don't have the port issue over here, do they? Now, when I was in my quarantine hotel, all I saw were boats leaving. I could actually sit in the window there. It was a brilliant view. Yeah, you guys saw the pictures of the view I had. I could sit in the window there with my San Mig and just watch. I was just watching the container ships, and all I saw at the time I was there is empty ships coming in, and then the next day, completely loaded. So that's a good sign for the Philippines, right? We are behind now. Okay, James Lonergan. My boxes made it from Chicago to Bacolod in less than 2 months. Yeah. And so James, is that what you're talking about? Your boxes are in storage in Bacolod? Oh, sorry. Next. Then shipped back to Manila when they could not be delivered. Ah. Man, what a shitstorm. Huh? Batlash had a box sent in July, found out it's set at shipper until October 9th. Wow. Was that from the U.S., Batlash? Yeah, you're in, I'm sorry. You just said. I'm still a little nervous on these things. I'm not paying attention. Okay, but I know I'm behind. Charles Brand. Yeah, that's about the average price. That's what I paid too at LBC. $85 unlimited weight. And man, I've got I bought all new tools. I mean, I've got like the DeWalt 8500 piece ratchet set, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/8 inch. Oh man, I bought all new tools, all new power drills, cordless power drills coming. I've got brand new lineman pliers coming. Timmy Ramjam says, what is involved with being a Gcash agent? The only thing that's really involved, Timmy Ramjam, is having cash. Okay, having cash. So people, in other words, the way it works is I'm going to deposit 10,000 pesos in my Gcash account. So now I can cash out to people. I've got plenty of money to cash out, plenty of money to cash in. Okay. So people come to me with 1,000 pesos. They want me to put that on their Gcash, and I charge them 10 pesos for that. Kieran says, yeah, it was registered post. Yeah. Somebody this morning, somebody this morning on one of my Facebook groups just posted that they lost a laptop through registered post. They were, just made a big mistake, sending a brand new laptop to their honeyco, and look what happened. It got caught up in the post over here, and somebody's going to get a new laptop for Christmas. So, we all kind of consoled him and said, at least, somebody's going to get an awesome present that they never would have gotten. So it's a bummer that your girlfriend, your honeyco's not going to get her laptop. But Mark Kimmerling says, hello, my schnitzel. Yeah, me too. I did the GTFO as well. I was in 5 years in the Marine Corps, 82 to 87. And, living in Southern California in the 80s, there was just a ton of work, especially for U.S. Marines that were getting out. Everybody wanted to hire a U.S. Marine. And my original plan was to go into the police force, become a cop. I was testing for LA County Sheriff. I was also testing for the California Highway Patrol. And I made it. I was accepted at LA County Sheriff's Department. But then also, my next door neighbor said, why don't you come and work at the cable company? He said, we've got a really great company and we're big, we're nationwide. You can make a living here, get a pension. And I started thinking, you know what, that might be better than getting shot at. So I decided to join the company that I was with for 31 years. Cox Communications is the name of the company that I worked for. Teresita says, Balikbayan boxes. Oh, okay. You're answering my question. 59F in Texas. That's not so bad. So you lost 3 boxes, but you mailed 2 more through LBC. And you're hoping they get here for Christmas. Yeah. I know everyone's hoping that, man. This Christmas is actually going to be a little bit better, I think, for everybody. Because last Christmas was just, I don't even want to tell you about my Christmas. My Christmas, I was, wanted to climb down into a hole. Ed Crandall. Okay, that's for Ed Crandall. Ed says his girlfriend uses Gcash. It can be used like a Visa card and cash withdrawal. Yeah, they actually send you. It's just like PayMaya. I did a vlog about PayMaya when I was here before. PayMaya was the same thing. Now, what I think is going to happen is Gcash is getting so big that PayMaya, and I haven't even deposited any money into my PayMaya because we're thinking that PayMaya is probably going to go away and Gcash is going to take it over. And I don't want to have a balance in there when that happens because the balance is probably going to disappear. They send you an actual Visa card on Gcash, and you can use that in the mall to buy stuff. Believe it or not, places are starting to accept Visa here. They're finally catching up. Yeah, Ed's going down to Cavite. Yeah. Jay says he's got a good friend in Cavite, Bacoor. Mark Sinlau, welcome to the chat, friend. New Jersey. Thanks for coming in, Mark. Good to see you here. Jay. We live on the island of Catanduanes. That's where Melanie's brother is. Melanie's brother and His family are on Contanduanes. We're going to do a motorcycle ride over there as soon as I get my bike. Well, that's not going to be the first trip that we take, but it's on our list to ride all the way to Contanduanes. You catch a ferry in Tabaco City, across to Contanduanes. So we're going to ride from here all the way to Tabaco. Thanks for saying that. That's pretty cool. Melanie has family there. Mike Foodie, I probably will. Yeah, I probably will eventually. I need to go up there and test everything. Well, I mean, we have a router up there, so I can plug in. I just need to take my. I don't live stream on the Wi-Fi. I plug directly into the router, but we do have a router on the roof. I will. I just need to. It's so comfortable here with the split, the split inverter right there, blowing nice cool air on me. And I walked the furry girls this morning, so I was sweating like a pig. Let's see. Let's see what we got for steps this morning, me and the furry girls. Not bad. 3,207. That's a good start for the day. 3,200 steps by 7:30 a.m. Yeah, I'm down 5 pounds, you guys. I've lost 5 pounds since I got here. And that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's my 2-week anniversary of returning to the Philippines, baby. Mark Sinlau, so glad you're healthy and back. Thank you, sir. Oh, wait. I missed some. Sorry. James Lonergan, that's correct. You can do it from TransferWise. You can do it from Western Union. Everybody's intertwined now. It's really good. Melanie can send money from Gcash to my bank account or from Gcash to her bank account and vice versa. She can now go online, believe it or not. Like I said, they're finally catching up. She can go online with Melanie has BPI and she can transfer money to Gcash online, believe it or not, without going to the bank and standing in line for 3 hours. But if she wants to change the phone number on her bank account, you still have to stand in front of an agent or a teller to do that. So they're not quite catching up, but they are. Mark Sinlau. Oh, very nice. Your father retired. Landed in Manila a couple of days ago. So he's got a honeycomb here, or and a sawa, obviously, because that's the only people that are allowed in right now. Unless you've got some type of unless you're on an SRRV or a 13A, you can come in. But they're back now to just spouses and parents. Ed Crandall says, hell yeah, live from the rooftop. Okay. Next Tuesday, I promise you, that's where we're going to be. I do have a fan up there, so I'm not going to wuss out. I'm an old Marine. I can take a little heat. And besides that, all I got to do is think about my brother who's stuck in the snow over there. Timmy Ramjam says that Mark Sinlau's dad is a hellraiser. So Timmy Ramjam must be running around with your dad. Randall 17, good morning. Welcome to the chat. That's not Randy Brown, is it? No. Randall 17. Thank you, sir, for coming in. SM Terrace is my favorite mall. Oh, you're from Cameron. Gotcha. Sorry. I didn't read the whole thing. Yeah. SM Fairview and Ayala Terraces right there in Fairview. Hey, how about that? Is that the LRT or the MRT? Dude, it's nearly done. I can't believe it. I'm actually going to, believe it or not, you guys, I'm going to be able to take the train from here to Mall of Asia. And we'll get there in like, 25 minutes or less. Can you believe that? I'm actually going to see that happen in my lifetime, in my Philippines lifetime. Like a laptop, the smartest idea is to send with a few other not weighty items. Exactly. Yeah. When I shipped my original Balikbayan boxes over here back in November of 2017, I moved here January 2018. I had 3 computers, a couple of iPads. I had all kinds of stuff shoved in those boxes, but kind of because you're not supposed to do that. But I had like big beach towels wrapped up. I had everything, and there was no problem at all. I sent 2 desktop PCs here from the US. We still have them now today. They still work. Excuse me. Kieran says, is there any online store that accepts foreign debit cards? Shopee doesn't accept a foreign Visa. They should. I know Lazada does. Kieran Henderson, I know Lazada does because I've done many transactions on Lazada with a Bank of America Visa. Yeah. Is it Birac? He's in the sticks. From Birac, that's where the port is, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, you still have like a 1-hour motorbike drive north to get to his house. They're up in the sticks. I mean, they're in full Bahay Kubo mode. That's how they live. They're in a Nipa hut. Yeah, James, that's correct. That's what you do. And anyway, the agent that's going to pick the boxes up from you is going to tell you, because they don't want to go through all the paperwork it takes if you're sending new stuff. Mike Foodie, thanks for asking. It's actually been really good. It's my knee. It's my knee I've had more problems with than anything. Those 2 surgeries. Lady Farmer, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Boy, been a while. Good morning. Magandang umaga po. Jason Furman, welcome to the chat. New subscriber. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Please tell your friends. I'm on the road to 10K, baby. Tell your friends in Hawaii that Philo wants to meet you on the live stream. Become a subscriber. Give us a thumbs up, a share, a like. Mike Foodie. Yeah. Yeah. I was on it for a long time. Now we have to go. We bought the, what am I trying to say? From SNR. Of course, we bought the big one, and you know how the heat is here. Now that we have another plus with the split inverter, so when we buy spices and stuff, we'll keep them in the bedrooms where the aircon's on 24/7, because you can't put that in your cabinet in the Philippines. The humidity gets to it and just destroys it. It's done in a couple of months. But yeah, we have to buy Randall 17 MRT 7. Yeah, I believe that's correct. I always get the 2 confused. I need to remedy that and study it a little bit better instead of being such a dumb foreigner. Timmy Ram Jam? No. That home brew was gone a long time ago. Me and Johnny B killed that in about 2 weeks because Johnny B was a big spicy, and my daughter Ira May loves it too. Yeah, that hot sauce that I vlogged, that didn't even last 2 weeks. Now it's on my list to do more because I found the big chilies over by the church. There's a lady in the little palenque there that's selling these giant chilies. Yeah. James Lonergan, also most of the stores in the malls will take a Visa, but the odd thing is How's the crime in Manila lately? I've got no idea, Peachy. I've got no idea. Sorry. Been busy here farming, but slowly getting back on track. Really well. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm back 2 weeks today. Well, I'm back in North Caloocan 2 weeks today. I arrived in the Philippines on November 11th at NAIA and went into my quarantine hotel. I stayed at the Bayview in Ermita. Thanks for coming back, Lady Farmer. Yeah, yeah. We have lost, Melanie, and Melanie knows what the good spices are. Cumin, smoky cumin, turmeric. Uh, what's the red one that's so popular? But when you buy those here, they just don't last. You've got to really stay on top of them. They have to be in a cool area. Yeah, yeah, Mike, I'm going to go over there soon. After this live chat, I've got to run. I've got to run over to the vulcanizer. I got to get my mountain bike back on the road because me and Tito Road are riding in the morning, Wednesday morning, bright and early. I got to be over his house by 7. We're going for a ride. I can't wait. But I got to get over to vulcanizing. Ah, that's pretty smart. Thanks for that, Clyde. Okay. I actually, believe it or not, you guys, I took some notes. Things to talk about in the chat today. How about that? I'm getting like Filipina P, all organized and shit. Okay. One thing, when I did my original video and I told you guys what happened in the USA, I left out one part that was really kind of funny. Well, wasn't funny to me at the time. God, Maddie's got ants in her pants this morning. Jason Furman says that crime is crazy in the States. Well, it wasn't bad where I lived at all. I'm sure some places it's bad. There's always been crime issues in the U.S. The changing of the president had nothing to do with that. Let's see. Where was I at? Okay, Thailand. So what happened? You guys know I got locked out of the country. Well, back in now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm trying to remember. I think it was March or February of 2021. Thailand opened up under something called the Phuket Sandbox. So when that happened, and the P, a bad influence. Filipina P is a bad influence. Oh, I thought she was rather liked by people. Her channel grew really quick, didn't it? She went right up to 100K. I mean, it doesn't hurt to look like her, and I'm not going to say that that's a reason because she's a very smart girl and she does a very, very good job. Puts a lot of effort into the vlog. That's why she's so popular. And also, she vlogs to the expat community. She certainly pisses off a lot of Filipino people by the things that she says. But, she speaks the truth, but that's not always a good thing to do here. Telling the truth can get you in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Jason, I'm going to put this up because a lot of people are saying that bacon just went through the roof. Now, I was buying a package of bacon in Indianapolis for about $5 a pound, I think. So that must have changed after I left because my brother and I were big bacon fans. Where am I at? Robert Dyer, I saw the news about a mall in Southern California that got invaded. And they put Constantine wire all the way around the mall. Mike Foodie says the P is awesome. Okay, Mark, I didn't know. It's hard to tell when you're reading a comment if somebody's serious or joking, Nalang. No, I don't have anything to do with politics, Timmy Ramjam. Let's just pretend I said it. Nobody really cares anyway. Retired in Bahol. Welcome to the chat, sir. Mr. Paco, I just retired here in Bahol. Loving every minute. Building our house now. Please shout out my channel. Retired in Bahol. Retired in Bahol. Shout out, baby. Do you know the rabbi? You got to go meet the rabbi and do a collab. He's a really funny guy. Okay, back to my story. Okay, the Phuket sandbox. A lot of expats in Bahol. Lady Farmer, you're right. There are a lot. But not many vloggers, right? What we were going to do is after I had my hernia surgery, I keep getting off track. I'm such an idiot. Once I had my hernia surgery, Philippines closed down, right? Even to Filipinos. So Melanie and I said, well, Phuket's open. So I was going to fly Melanie to Phuket. I was going to fly to Phuket. We were going to quarantine in Thailand together and then come back into Manila, and I was going to get the Balikbayan privilege. So I'm like, okay, finally, this is a good plan. Plus, we're going to Phuket, baby. I was so excited, right? And then guess what happened? 1 week later, Thailand shows up on Philippines red list. So we're like, shit. Anyway, it's funny now. It was, devastating at the time because we, I knew I wasn't worried about Melanie getting offloaded. I already know all the paperwork I need to do for her, and her passport's filled with stamps. 3 stamps to Thailand, a stamp to Vietnam. She's got this beautiful home that she owns. She's got money in the bank. I was not worried about Melanie getting offloaded, but that was it, man. We were like, shit. Now what are we gonna do? And that's when Melanie and I kind of went into the wait mode, and I started working, and I started accepting the fact that I was just going to stay in the U.S. for another year, and I was going to come home in May of 2022 for my birthday. And we got lucky. August 2nd, they opened everything back up. Okay, I'm sorry. I left off on retired in Bahol. Shout out, baby. Clyde Seaside. I'm still sitting here trying to equate you to the P. I just can't see it. Yeah, she's way more organized than I am. I'll never I'll never be able to touch P with retired in Bahol. If you ever in Bahol, come by for some chili time. I will. We're bros now. You come here and I'll check out your channel. Ed Crandall, you know it, baby. And hey, now that I've lost that 5 pounds, Ed, I can actually look down and see my feet for the first time in a year. I'm pretty excited about that. Not that my feet are anything to look at, but you know what I'm saying. It's just the whole idea that Philo's slimming down now. I'm bringing sexy back to North Calocan. Just ask Melanie. Teresita Delgado, put all your spices sachets in the reef. There you go. And that's a Filipina. They're telling you how to get it done. You can put them in the reef. DJ Joe, good morning, sir. You are dropping in to say what's up, watching Monday Night Football, Seattle versus Washington. Okay. Well, you'll have to give us every now and then, if something good happens, give us a score. The time difference is a struggle. Watching MNF on a Tuesday morning. Oh, yeah. Yeah, DJ Joe, you are... I'm sorry, sir, but I forgot where you're at, but I know you're over here with me. OBG 64. Good morning, sir. How are you? I miss. Clyde Seaside never cuts me any slack, man. It's good. He's my Australian buddy that keeps me in line. Hey, Clyde, guess what I found the other day, buddy? I found your Philo in the Philippines coffee mug. That's right, I've still got it. It's got your name on it. So, thankfully, I've still got it. So, I will see you the next time you come for sure. Sorry, DJ. Yeah, Angeles City. Oh, come on. Hey, if I can get Melanie to come in here and vouch for that, she wouldn't. She'd just go, what? That's okay, though. Jay says, what now? Yeah, that's true. But it's getting, it's getting better. Thanks to my lovely wife and her cooking. I think I've eaten more fruit and vegetables in the last 2 weeks than I did the whole last 16 months in the USA. I just, for some reason, especially with all the good food that's available there, I just kind of got sick of it, I was so excited in the beginning about the food. I think I ate at Taco Bell like every day for the first 10 days I was in the US. I was so excited. And Taco Bell's crap food, but retired and behold, the prime rib and the Taco Bell. What did I just say? Well, retired and behold, I have a Taco Bell right here in Manila that I can go to. And my kids are begging me to take them. So there's going to be a Morgan family trip to SM North here very, very soon. And Walter's probably going to join us too. Walter and Ducky. Walter and Ducky were here, you guys, at Melanie's birthday party, as well as Tito Road and his wife. You'll see that later this afternoon. I'll put that video up. It's in the can. I have to do some editing on it. Okay, 41 people. This is the perfect time to talk about what's going on in the world. So, what happened now? About a week ago, IATF and the Bureau, BOI, Immigration, announced that they were going to open up tourism to visa-free green countries if you're fully vaccinated and you have a negative swab test, PCRT swab test, 72 hours before your flight. They were going to open up to green country vaccinated tourists. Keep in mind, there were no Western countries on this list. So it was really just kind of a little dog and pony show to make it look like there's forward progress, right? This wasn't going to change things for the Philippines, for sure. Robert Dyer, Seattle 7, Washington 3, second quarter. Okay. Brutally Guapo, thanks for joining. New York City, yeah, baby. Casey Neistat's one of my very, very favorite vloggers. Used to be in New York City. Did you ever get in the vlog, by the way? Casey Neistat vlog? I'm sure you've heard of him. Let me continue my story because you guys know how I am. I couldn't pay attention if I had Clyde Seaside. Actually, no. Their son brought them. Their son is a big wig with Morocco, and he drove them here. And we had a great party. So they decided about a week ago they were going to do this, open up to tourism. It wasn't going to be a huge deal, but like I said, this was just really a little dog and pony show to make it look like there's forward progress. And then actually it was the very same day or the day after there was this new Omicron detected in South Africa. It's South Africa, but Botswana, which is like the state just north. And then the very next day, it starts showing up in UK countries. So I can just imagine now any day there's going to be a big report from the US that this is spreading in the US as well. China's on the green list. Yeah. Mad Hammer, welcome to the chat, buddy. How are you? Van Turner, welcome to the chat. How are you? Schlotsky's. I'd give 100 USD for one. Schlotsky. Brutally Guapo says afraid not, but I'm going to look him up anyway. Yeah, he's got 12 million subscribers. He's kind of a big deal. He used to be one of the biggest vloggers on YouTube. Hasn't done a video in 6 months. He's living in Los Angeles now. I'm not sure what happened to him. At one time, Casey Neistat was one of the top vloggers in YouTube, and he still is. But actually, I think Mark Waynes is kind of one of the biggest vloggers on YouTube now. Retired in Bohol, I will probably never buy a car. There's just no need for a car here. But we're definitely going to get another bike, no doubt about it. Charles Brand says Omni is in Canada. That's probably the best thing to call it, right? I know you're not supposed to talk about that on YouTube, so that yeah, we'll just call it. It's actually Omicron. Omicron. Von Turner, Schlotsky's. Is that a beer? Isn't that German beer? Schlotsky's. Or a good Whataburger. Whataburger. What was the big burger chain in Indianapolis? I'll have to think about that for a minute. Yeah, Clyde, but you know how things are going here, dude. You know, I hope that we're not back in face shields by the weekend here. You know how things go here, man. Exactly, James. My opinion on this, which isn't going to mean much, obviously, but my opinion on this is when are they going to realize that it's here to stay? It's just a variation of the flu. James Gilbert says it's a daily. Maximus, welcome to the chat. James Gilbert, welcome to the chat. Donald Gores, welcome to the chat. Slotsky. Yeah. I know now. I recognize the name. Sorry. Yeah. Robert Dyer. Yeah. Well, it seems like the trend, though, is to live in fear and go to the extreme with this thing. So let's see what happens. Yeah, exactly. Everybody just cross your fingers, right? You guys just go back to March of 2020. It's actually funny. I've looked at a couple of live streams that I did back in March, right when we were just right after lockdown. And, at that time we were like, it's going to be done into July. No problem. And look where we're at now, right? OBG, have I ever been to Made Right? Made Right. I've been to Rite Aid. Isn't Rite Aid a pharmacy in the US? Made Right. Made Right. No, I'm not familiar with this store. Is that a something here in the Philippines? Von Turner, that's what I'm saying as well. Uh, influenza was devastating to the world when influenza came in. And we seem to not remember that for some reason. And now people don't even get the flu shot. I've never had a flu shot. I never thought it was necessary. So, Steve Hansen, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I think if you look at my channel, this is I've put like 6 videos up already, Steve. Thanks for joining us again. George, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, that wasn't intentional. I did actually 3 different community posts on YouTube telling everybody where I was at. Each one of my community posts that I did had 40 comments, 30 to 40 comments. So I figured everybody was informed. And, it wasn't my duty to inform anybody what was going on anyway. But I did put that community post up there to let everybody know where I was at, what I was doing. I was in the U.S., taking care of some medical issues and visiting family. And then, boom, I got locked out of the Philippines. Robert Dyer says, right made. Okay, is anybody going to explain what this is? OBG says, have you ever been to Made Right? Robert Dyer says, no, it's Right Made. LOL. Yeah. Van Turner, yeah. I don't know. I think the best thing that could happen is we all get COVID-19. Just get it and get it over with. I was living with my stepmother who got COVID-19 and was hospitalized for it, but I didn't get it. We lived in the same house. I mean, I was wiping stuff down every day. All of the doorknobs, all of the reef handles, the cabinet handles. I had those Clorox wipes, and we were social distancing. She stayed in the living room. I stayed on the other side of the house. Maximus, it was just supposed to be 14 days to slow down the spread. Yeah, exactly. Donald Gores. Yeah, I don't know. Ask JLB. Scientologist. Yeah, I'm just wondering if I'm going to have to. Of course, I don't really care. I can go to the Veterans Clinic in Manila and get my shot. I don't care what they do or what they say. I can get, if I need a booster, I'll just go there and I can take Melanie and the kids and we can all get it because we're a family. And I've got, all of my military records. Yeah, Van Turner, I too have never gotten a flu shot. I was always, in my working life years, I was always a very healthy person. I mean, for years and years and years, I ran 20 miles a week, 25 miles a week. I was always very healthy, even though I was a drinker. Derek Tolliday, welcome to the live stream, friend. Thank you so much. We love the house. There's Randy Woods. What's up, buddy? How are you? Randy says, I had Pfizer as well. I'm just kidding. He said he's had both Pfizer. You've already had the booster. Randy, are you still in Cebu? Are you still in Cebu? Susan Jenko, hello, my friend. That's my neighbor. Now, see, I'm getting my neighbors confused. Susan Jenko, good morning. Hi, Philo. I'm still in something. Sorry, Susan. I think your phone really messed up what you were trying to say. I'm still in somewhere. I can't really quite make out what that would be. Try again, hon. Good to see you, though. I'll be over your neighborhood making a vlog soon. Yeah. Ah. So Rite Aid is a sandwich chain? Is that what you guys are saying? Is that where this is coming from? Because I thought Rite Aid was a pharmacy in the USA, in Southern California. Actually, it is. Rick Shaw, Philippines. How are you, sir? Another vlogger in the house. Check these guys out. Yeah, it's just the flu. Randy says, I've had 3 Finns that died from COVID. 2 were ER nurses, 127 and 146. I tell you what, my stepmother that caught it was 74. And I don't think that she was ever in any fear of passing away from it. But man, I tell you what, she had a cough, you guys, that was just shocking. That her cough that she developed as a result of COVID was just shocking. It sounded like, you know, her lungs and everything were just rattling. DJ Joe. Yeah, DJ Joe, we have I think I've logged it. We have 2 neighbors that are in the same boat. There's a big sign in front of their house saying COVID positive in quarantine. Do not, and it's kind of sad, really. It makes I would imagine it makes you feel pretty bad here to have that big sign in front of your house. And yeah, the tape, it's the same way here. It's the same way here. Oh, Tag Bilaran. Randy, weren't you in Cebu for a while? Or am I getting you confused with somebody else? Again, I'm trying to get I'm trying to catch back up with things. I was gone so long. Rickshaw says kids with heart trouble, athletes dropping. Yeah, we could have had it by now and didn't know it. Exactly. It comes and goes the same way any common cold or flu would it go if you're a healthy person. And I think it's the people who have pre-existing conditions are the ones that oh, Susan, okay. But Susan, you're still over in San Paquita. Isn't it you're the one in San Paquita, right? San Paquita Village? I'm sorry if I'm wrong about that. I'm just trying to remember stuff. OBG. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're in Tagbilaran. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to remember who it was that was in Cebu. Makoto. Is this Makoto Hasibe? Are you only Makoto now? Makoto Hasibe, if that's you, thank you for coming back. You were a long time subscriber and resident in the North Calocan chat here. How's the COVID situation in North Calocan? Are the authorities strict or starting to open up? Um, I wouldn't say that anything is strict here. Of course, there's no more grinding helmets, no more welder's mask, so you don't have to deal with that. The jeepneys are packed. You guys saw that? Where am I at? I'm lost. The jeepneys are absolutely packed again. It's face mask only, okay, which is good. And inside the subdivision, and as long as you're outside, you don't necessarily have to have the mask. You don't have to be completely covered up. No one's going to say anything to you, but you should have it. You should do the ear hang, to make it look like it just kind of fell off accidentally. When you were picking up Maddie's poop or something. James says anyone with an iPhone has shared software with some states. Yeah, I did that in Indiana, but they're accepting the white CDC cards, you guys, everywhere in the Philippines. So you don't have to worry about. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, you got to get the World Health Order and your signature from your doctor." You don't need any of that shit. Just bring your white CDC card. But that's a great idea. It's a great idea to have that. That is what has changed everything now. When you arrive in AIA, is that one Health Pass QR code that gets downloaded to your phone. You no longer have to fill out manually all the paperwork. You just flash that like 10 times, believe it or not, at the airport. Yeah, Donald Gore's, I wasn't a huge, uh, you know, I'm not a real huge eater to begin with. I eat a small amount of food. I would prefer to eat a small amount of food like 5 times a day. Van Turner, you might be onto something there, brother. If you put that sign up and you put that tape around, you're not going to hear taupo, taupo. But we can't do that because we have Gcash here. Makoto Hasibe, welcome back. Thank you, sir, for coming back. You dropped the Hasibe. Makoto is actually the one who gave me the original recipe for my Tabasco sauce. Thank you for that, my friend. I'm going to make a new batch here real quick. He just messaged me. I got your message, buddy. By the way, if you are not following Philo in the Philippines on Facebook, please do. Just go in there and like the page. Then you can see what's happening on a day-to-day basis here because I post 2, 3, 4 times a day on Philo in the Philippines. So you'll get a live look at what's happening and you'll see the vlog a couple of days later, okay? Kieran Hennessy. Okay. Okay. No, it's not going to be that long, I don't think. Anyway, I've already forgotten where I was at in my story. So anyway, now the Philippines has backpedaled because of this because of the new Omicron. They backpedaled. Now they're right back to where they were a month ago. Only foreign spouses, only foreign parents. They did, however, reduce the quarantine to 3 days if you come into the country with a negative COVID test that was taken right before your flight. 72 hours before the flight, sorry. Rick Shaw, that is going to be that is going to be something to watch. I'm very interested in this Maxwell trial. Donald Gorge, you bring up a great point. Look at Mexico. A lot of my friends that were going to move to the Philippines decided to move to Mexico instead during COVID. Mexico never closed. They've been open to tourism the entire time. Why isn't there some type of report from Mexico where millions and thousands of people have died from COVID? They never closed their borders to tourists, ever, the entire time. I've got friends who moved there. They were coming here to do Dumaguete, and they ended up moving to Mexico instead. Yeah. Anyway, we don't even need to talk about that anymore. You're right, Randy, because probably Facebook will shut this off anyway. Because you're not really allowed to have an opinion about it. Well, everybody should be allowed to have their own opinion. If you believe it's all a farce, that's great. You're entitled to think that. We still live in a free country. Mike Akulian, thank you, sir, for. You can fly on SpaceX, but you can't come to the Philippines. Now that was classic. Are they requiring face shields on that flight, I wonder? The SpaceX? Do we have Timmy Ramjam, don't start any shit in here. Timmy Ramjam, you always kind of skate right on the edge with me. You know that. You know the only reason I leave you in here is because you're an Orange County homeboy, right? Don't start no shit in here. Jersey Brian. Now we got ourselves a live stream, baby. Jersey Brian's in the house. OBG. Hey, I don't believe, I can't blame any of my friends. In fact, a really good friend of mine that was moving to Darwin to be a dive instructor got diverted to Mexico. Unfortunately, all of his belongings are in Dumaguete. Somebody's storing his stuff for him in Dumaguete. He was just like you, James. He was just like you. He shipped all of his stuff here and got locked out. Well, not so much, Van. Not so much. I think the difference between the USA and the Philippines is the Philippines is a little more compliant. The people here, you know, what I mean by that is, what I mean by that is, here they locked everybody down, and they gave you a pass for your house. Only one person was allowed. The person that was allowed to leave the house. I'm going back to March 2020. Okay, sorry, I'm rewinding. His name was on that pass. LBC belongs to Mexico. Sorry. And you know that was pretty harsh. And Americans weren't gonna. You're not gonna tell an American that they got to stay in their house and only one person can go to the store. you, you know that shit doesn't work in America, but here everybody played along. So that's the difference. In my opinion, that's the difference. People here are a little more compliant, maybe a little more scared. I don't know. Western people in general are more likely to question something, I believe, and they're also more likely to say that, to look at it more from a conspiracy type thing. Clyde, that's true. I was talking to Eric yesterday. He's telling me to get my ass over there. But our kids we've got kids in school, and I don't trust anybody to come in here now and watch this house. I don't want anybody in here, even if they're family. I mean, I don't mind family visiting, but I'm not open to the idea of leaving for 3 days while somebody watches the house here, especially with our dogs, where we are. Azariah Israel, welcome to the chat. And Van Turner says, my Sawa had the pass, but I know Baranga captain, so I could get one when I wanted to. Yeah. It wasn't, oh, where's my charger? I got everything plugged in except for the charge cord. I'm about to. That's Melanie's laptop, but I'm pretty sure that still works on mine too. Yeah. I'm surprised that I've never been in Facebook jail. I've certainly ran my mouth on there. So we were talking about, have you guys, who's heard about this guy? Wait a minute. Oh. Great comment. That might be the comment of the day. Yeah, they'll steal from you and then offer to help you find it because, they're hoping that you're going to give them 100 peso tip. Randy, now that is an expat who's lived in the Philippines for a little while. Comment of the week right there. Randy Woods, baby. Robert Dyer. Thank you, sir. Let me see what's going on here. That's funny. Azarias has just been to Facebook jail 5 times, 30 days each. Wow. You know, um, you know what's funny about that? I hack my kids for staring at their phones all day long, but I think I would really miss Facebook if I got banned from it, especially since I use it for my channel. You know, it's really great to have when you're a vlogger because you stay engaged with your subscribers in between videos, you know, and you can give them little snippets of what's coming up. I think it's great. Van Turner, peso is peso. That's right. Mexican pesos and Philippine pesos. All in a day's work. Yeah, that was the comment of the week. So I didn't tell you guys also, I got off the plane at NAIA. And for me, from my front door in Indianapolis to landing in Manila was 32 hours because I had a 12-hour layover in Los Angeles. So I get off the plane, and like I said, everything's beautiful now. They've got that One Health Pass QR code. They get you through. It was maybe 40 minutes from exiting the plane to stepping into a taxi. But yeah, exactly, Clyde. Exactly. So before I got into the taxi, and by the way, you guys, there's no taxi scam or anything going right now. Believe it or not, everything's on the up and up. They're using yellow taxis, metered taxis. I thought the metered taxis were white before, but I think they're yellow now, or they're definitely yellow now. Van Turner, yeah, I was in Southern California, so Mexico was a once a month thing for me too. I actually loved Mexico, so much like the Philippines. Anyway, I get my luggage. Everything's beautiful there, you guys. You scan your QR code. You go to one station, you go to the next station, and they've got the Coast Guard, Philippines Coast Guard directing you. All these young guapo guys in uniform, right? Everybody's super nice. It's a really cool scene, and that's good because, like I said, most of us, at least on my plane, 14 and a half hours one way from LA to Manila. I go up to the money changer outside. She's right next to the taxi stand. Walk over to the money changer. I hand the lady 5 crispy $100 bills. Here you go. The rate is 49.80, something like that. Not quite 50. 49.90, I think it was. She counts out all my change. Boom, 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 boom. All 1,000 peso bills, of course. Boom, 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 boom. So I hand her a 1,000 back because I've lived here before. You need change. No one's got change. And I asked her, I handed it to her, said, "Can you give me 10 100s?" She takes my 1,000 peso bill, sets it down in front of her on the counter, and she holds up a stack of 50s. She says to me, "Sir, I don't have hundreds. I've only got 50s." And in my tired state, I should have taken the 50s because that's even better than having hundreds. I said, "Okay, that's okay. I'll never mind, Poe, because I'm on my way to the quarantine hotel anyway. I can charge everything on my credit card." I realized in my tired state, it's okay. I don't need it. So she takes the 50s, puts them back in the drawer, slides the 1,000 peso off the counter, shoves that in the drawer and closes the drawer and looks at me. And I said, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Can I have that back?" She opens up the drawer, gives me the 1,000 back, and you guys would be really proud of me. Really proud of me because I didn't say much other than, "Did you think that was going to be your tip?" But yeah, just think of how many people. Now she's not just doing this to foreigners; she's taking money from her own people too. You come off that plane and you're tired. Maybe you don't realize what's going on. And, just think about how much money that girl makes in a day. But yeah, it was kind of a bummer to have that happen right away. And you're just like, man, such a bummer. Randy Woods, Laguna Beach. Yeah. One of my favorite. Melanie just loves it there. Crescent Bay Drive. We would ride our motorcycle down to Crescent Bay Drive and just sit there and feed the squirrels and watch the seals out on Seal Rock. Laguna Beach is a long time favorite of mine. I lived in San Clemente for 25 years. Okay, so same scene, Laguna Beach, San Clemente. Yeah, Van Turner, my taxi was probably not, it was probably, I know about what it should cost to go from NAIA to Ermita or Makati. Makati is about 250. Ermita is not that much further, but I had to pay 550. So I'm sure the meter was rigged. He got an extra 200 out of me. But again, I've been away 16 months. I've got a pocket full of, the full foreigner attitude there. I didn't give a shit. I gave him 1,000 and said, just keep it, because he was really nice to me. Philippine Scenes. Good morning, sir. How are you? Another vlogger. Check out Philippine Scenes. Sorry, I'm getting a little behind here. Yeah, the thing is, Van Turner, the thing is, they're not allowing any grab rights there now. So you don't have an option but to take the taxi. But it's supposed to be, on the up and up. Good morning again, Philippine Scenes. Mark Kimmerling, good morning. Was there first class on the one way from LAX to Manila? We were on a B777, and yes, they did have first class and business class. B777. The flight was probably 60% capacity. It was, if you're walking to the back of the plane, it was 3-5-3. Or sorry, 3-4-3. So 10 seats across. I actually had the window seat and nobody. I had all 3 seats to myself. So I was able to lay down actually and sleep. It was like a bed. It was the same thing when I went to the US. I had nobody, or there was nobody there. I had all 3 seats to myself. Also, I was on a 777. Ah, so he didn't pay at all? Van Turner, is that what you're saying? Jersey Brian. Yeah. I have seen it said that that's not, that's StreamYard, Jersey Brian. It's not YouTube. StreamYard adds a 5-second delay. Or no, I'm sorry. StreamYard adds a 10-second delay into my live stream. So what you guys are seeing is 10 seconds behind, but you're saying 5 minutes. Shit. Yeah, Van Turner, Grab, just like Uber. I was an Uber driver in the US. Grab is the way to go here. Me and the girls went shopping at SM Fairview. You guys saw that video, and we just took a Grab home because we were carrying 2 big. I had bought 2 big industrial size mops for that top floor, man, because that floor, that party deck, man, it takes a little while to mop that sucker. Mark Kimmerling is going to bring a cat in first class. Wow. I would never, ever think about putting an animal on an airplane. I don't know why that is. I guess I'm too much of an animal lover. Clyde Seaside. The yellows were always higher. That's what I thought. I remember the old school protocol for anybody traveling to the Philippines was to avoid the yellow taxi and go with the white. Because the white, as you stepped out, was up the hill. You had to walk up the hill a bit, and the white meter taxi stand was up there. Or we might have to get JLB on that one. JLB always had problems with the taxi. You remember that? He did a pretty good video on it. Azariah, there was no problems at all on PAL. I've never had an issue on Philippine Airlines, and I've flown them. I'm not a big bathroom person, so I maybe in that 14 and a half hours, I maybe went one time. I mean, you're just sitting there vegging. So yeah, but and the best part, and I probably shouldn't be saying this, but the best part was once the plane got airborne, the face shields were gone. They didn't say anything to anybody. I looked around, I kind of tried to fall asleep for a little bit at takeoff, and I woke up probably an hour later. You always think that you burned 2 hours, but you didn't. And I look around the plane, no one's got a face shield on, except for me, my dumbass. So we were stoked to not have to wear that face shield. And even a couple of the girls working the plane took theirs off. Of course, everybody was masked, but OBG +1 for Grab, yeah. And also Grab Food. Grab Food here is fantastic, you guys. Okay. Wow. Now, see, I would have been willing to pay the designated rate for that taxi ride. I wouldn't let him leave without paying him, but I just wouldn't pay $5K. You know what I mean? Hmm. I probably shouldn't have highlighted that one, Randy. Clyde. Yeah. Davao to Compostela. I'll have to look that up. Van Turner, you sound like me. I had that 12-hour layover in LAX, and I just stayed at the Marriott right down the street, the LAX Marriott. I booked a room. I went in there, and because the flight from Indianapolis to LAX is 3.5 hours. A buddy from Orange County came down and picked me up, and we went out for lunch there in LA. It was a great day, and I was on my way back here. So I see, Van. Yeah, that surprises me because in this country, it's our word against theirs, and anybody who's lived here knows that you're better off just you know not getting involved because it's hard to win here when you're a foreigner. In fact, the idea of winning is something you should just get out of your mind altogether. Okay, gotcha. Oh, dude. You're quite a trooper, Randy, for even telling that story. DFW. DFW to LAX with 1 hour layover to Manila. DFW. I flew Delta, Indianapolis to LAX. Oh, Dallas Fort Worth. Hey, how about that? You know what's going on there? That's a lack of alcohol, my friends. That's a lack of alcohol. Things are starting to work again. I have decided to be a much nicer guy this time around. You know, actually, I've learned a very valuable lesson that first 3 years, and had plenty of time to think about it in the USA. That if I wanted to be successful here in the Philippines, I definitely need to turn my attitude around. You know, gotcha, Van Turner. Okay, yeah, my recommendation to anybody is just in more of the vlogs that I do, I'll reveal more of what I've learned from the first 3 years and how I'm turning things around this time around and going to have a much better experience this time now that I'm back again. Yeah, Randy, I'm lucky to have any left. You know, after almost a lifetime of addiction, I'm lucky to have any left. No, Clyde, I'm not so worried about the red horse. It was the Emperador that really screwed me up. Shit, I was doing a liter of Emperador every 2 days here, and I wasn't mixing it. I was just shooting it. I was a full on drunk. And it just creates problems because what do they call alcohol, you guys? What's it known? It's called a truth serum. And when you start telling the truth here in the Philippines, man, you're going to be in big trouble because nobody wants to hear it, especially from a foreigner. So that's one thing you got to learn before you come here. Just like this. Unless you're a vlogger that has to talk like me, this is what you should look like when you're walking around. That's Maddie. Hold on. Come on, honey. See, Maddie's been doing that in our live stream for a long time. Everybody knows. Everybody knows when they hear that scratch who's knocking. Hey, Mark Kimmerlin, I got a great story for you. Thanks for that comment. I did the exact same thing. I bought a 2018 Chevy Equinox. I'm sorry for the rest of you. You've already heard this story, but maybe Mark didn't. I bought a 2018 Chevrolet Equinox with 5,000 miles on it from CarMax. And I bought it right after I got to the USA because in my mind, I was thinking, if I decide I want to stay here, I'm going to go back to being an Uber driver. I did that in LA. Bought the sorry, I'm getting behind, but I got to tell this story because it's just a great story. I bought this Equinox from CarMax for $18,500. It was brand new, had 5,000 miles on it. Beautiful car, the perfect car to drive Uber with, right? I put 16,000 miles on it, and 2 days before I flew back to the Philippines, I went back to CarMax and sold it back to him for $24,500. How do you like me now? I made $6,000 on that car. Was not even expecting it. I thought I bought it for $18,500. I was telling my brother, if I get 15 flat out of it, I'll be happy, And the guy walks up to me and hands me the appraisal, and I look down at it, and I couldn't even speak. And the guy goes, "You got any questions?" And I go, yeah, what's next? He goes, "Just go see that lady over there. She'll write you a check." And I was like, "Yeah, baby." I ran to that counter and I got that check and I got out of there. I got an Uber driver. I got out of there as fast as I could, got home. I took a picture of that thing and I deposited it into the bank. And I was absolutely stunned, you guys, because who else? I mean, just a little bit of common sense is, hey, things depreciate, right? I had no idea, you guys. I walked away with 10,000 more than I thought I was going to get, which was great because I used that money to buy new furniture once I got here. We got, shit, I'm getting so far behind because I'm running my mouth. We got, what did we buy when I first got here? New couch and love seat. It's beautiful. Did I show it to you guys? You saw it in the vlog. And we bought a new dining room table that seats 6, a solid wood dining room table. That's right. Philo's balling now. Azariah. We got to change the topic, man. You guys are grossing me out. That's, believe it or not, that's something that has not happened to me. And I've only been sick on street food once. Yeah, I know, Randy. Well, you know what? You know what happened to me, Randy? I got tired of waking up because I was in full blackout mode. You know, I'd have dinner with Melanie and the kids, and then even if I was awake 2, 3 hours after that, I had no memory of it. But I was very functional. I was always up at 4 a.m., had my coffee, rode my bike over to Tito Roads. I've always been a really functional drunk. And I've never been the type of person that drove a car to a bar, you know. Um, uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. Little kids right now make me very nervous, especially little kids that are in my home. Yeah. Yeah. Guess what? You haven't seen that vlog yet. I won't spill the beans. Yes, it's Bonifacio Day. Thank you, Jim Schultz. Shout out, Jim Schultz. Hey, Jim, you can't do any woodworking now, huh? Isn't your whole setup outside? Jim Schultz is just an absolutely fantastic woodworker. He does shit that he makes these wooden bowls, and I just shake my head. And I keep telling him to make a video out of it. He could do a YouTube channel on woodworking, and it would be fantastic. Randy, yeah. I had a really good a friend in Cagayan de Oro, CGO. He's probably still around. Maybe he just hasn't found me yet that I'm back. And he used to always say, "Yeah, the best thing that you can do in the Philippines is just go, that's interesting," and turn around and walk away, and nothing else. But more importantly, the best advice that I could give anybody who's coming here: what you're thinking in your head, don't say it. Just don't say it because nobody wants to hear it. The one thing you got to remember is you're always a foreigner here. It doesn't matter who you're married to, how beautiful and nice your wife is. You're always a foreigner in this country. And we can go in to a little more detail about that in the future, maybe about, what that means for you. Yeah, Mark Kimmerly, good luck. I hope it happens to you too. I don't know what type of a car that you have, but my particular car, the Equinox, production on it got shut down like 6 months ago. They stopped making them because they didn't have the parts to make them. There is a resistor, computer resistor, and computer chip shortage in the world right now. Daniel Flores, there's a name I recognize. Good morning, sir. How are you? Thanks for coming to the chat. Yeah, but that was, it was on that particular day. That was like 3 days before I left. I realized that things were going to be okay for me. And I go, man, this has got to be a sign that things are turning around, and going my way for a change. Adrian Smith, good morning, sir. I couldn't play any golf, Adrian. I suffered a really bad hernia that I had to have surgery for. As soon as I got to the US, I bought all new equipment. And if you're a golfer, you know how expensive that is. I bought all of the latest ping irons, ping drivers, the hottest ping putter at the time, beautiful new bag, shoes. I bought everything, a rangefinder, brand new rangefinder, all the stuff that I had when I was a golfer. And I never got to use them. I went to Top Golf with my cousin once. And about a week after that is when I was diagnosed with that hernia. And at that point, it was at the point where I just couldn't do anything. I never got to play golf, but I got 90% of my money back on all those clubs because Ping has a tremendous golf club shortage right now. The clubs are super hard to get. And I had people on Facebook Marketplace upbidding each other. That somebody would call me and go, I'll buy them for this or that, because you just couldn't get Ping clubs. You couldn't even order them from the factory. They didn't have any. So I did good on that too. I got like 90% of my money back on my golf clubs. OBG. Yeah. I must have a really tough stomach because I don't, like I said, as many years as I've been here, and even going back to my Marine Corps days, I've only been sick on street food once. And that was bad, you guys. I thought for sure I was going to the, I thought for sure. Daniel, are you still over in Angeles? SUV and trucks are way overpriced. Yeah. And it's not just the new ones. It's not just the new ones, Daniel. It's all the used cars too. Yeah, Rick Shaw. Rick Shaw is seconding the motion. Thank you for that, sir. Jim Schultz. Yeah, I've been there, dude. I've had that problem. But you're going out walking a lot in the forest, dude. That's got to be good for the head. You know. Glad you're back, Jim. I'm really hoping to see you again. You know, I know your friend over here talks to Melanie occasionally. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name, but she talks to Melanie on chat sometimes. When she found out I was coming back, she was messaging Melanie saying, "Hey, is there any way that Jim can come?" And Melanie's like, "Sorry, Poe, it's only spouses right now. Spouses and parents are only the ones allowed in." Jersey Brian, I bet you were at Hellraiser in your day. Haven't seen much of Lynn lately. She posted a video about some Moroccan food, and I didn't get to finish it. I started it, but I didn't get to finish it. Ooh, the Carter years. I was pretty young then, but I remember the word inflation. I do remember that. Kieran, thanks for coming by. 3 a.m. and -4. So you're in, it's 9:50. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about the US. It's 9:50 p.m. on the East Coast. I think at where I live, where Jersey Bryan is, it should be 9:50 p.m. last night, because you guys are talking to the future here, right? You're talking to the future, baby. Emission ships. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Emission ships. Okay, here we go. 2015 F-150 V6 twin turbo. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like an expensive car anyway. I used to have an F-150. I thought they were just totally cool. When they first made them, when those doors opened up suicide for the back, you could put people in the back seat. I thought that was the coolest thing. James Lonergan, I hope you can get here, dude. I hope you can get here in March. Shit, James, that's going to be 2 years, right? For you. 2 years of waiting. Yeah, Taiwan and China. Oh, has anybody watched that? Man, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. That's not going to be good. And I know Taiwan doesn't want that to happen. Get out. And that's what made you quit smoking? I did the same. I quit smoking. I smoked probably 25 years, but I quit in 2012. And, I was always a distance runner. I was always in really good shape, but I was a smoker too. And finally, I just said, man, I got to stop doing this. It's killing me. Jeff Spicoli, all I need is some cool waves and tasty buds. What's up, bud? Welcome back to the live stream. Jeff Spicoli. Sorry, it's cool buds and tasty waves. Or is it cool waves and tasty buds? Greatest movie ever. Randy. Oh, Daniel, you're back in the States. Are you coming back, dude? You coming back? Okay, waiting for PI to open. Ah, that's right. You weren't married. Okay. When did you leave, Daniel? Ice and drinks. Yeah. Yeah, Clyde. 2005. There you go. So, yeah, Mark, let us know. Wait a minute, you're doing that pretty soon. Ireland Cork. Wait, where am I at? Oh, 40,000. Okay. Whoa. Ballin'. 43K and 10K. Oh, wait till you guys see you haven't seen that yet. It's going to be in a couple of vlogs up. Somebody's got a, what's the name of that truck that Toyota makes here? Oh, it's badass. My neighbor over here in Union Village has one, and he's just got that thing. It looks like it's ready for a monster truck. And I'm just thinking, my God, that must cost a lot of money to do here in the Philippines. That cold, you're going to be needing to drink some Hennessy. You were quoted 20K before COVID came. And that's oh, you're going to get way more than that, I think. Azariah, yeah, Hilux. Thank you, sir. Fred D. Thank you so much, Fred D, for joining the live stream and for the kind comments. Absolutely love Alexandria. And just, just love that place. I don't remember what year I was there. It's been a long time ago, probably 2002. I went to visit my sister, and I was just like, man, this place is cool. What got me are some of the bars. I was drinking in bars that George Washington drank in. How about that? And what's really cool, bad shrimp, Randy, everybody says that. Everybody says, oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Mark, maybe in 6 months, within the next 6 months, I'm very optimistic, although, you know, there's just so much fear that happens around this shenanigan thing, that, like I said, I'm worried we're going to be wearing face shields by the weekend. Yeah, I think he said he's going to just sell it. He's going to do what I did. I sold mine a couple of days before I flew. Yeah, Randy, that Raptor is badass. The Raptor actually already comes stock with all that badass stuff on it. So this guy took this Hilux and he did all that himself. And I'm just looking at it. You guys will see it in the vlog. It's my neighbor over here in Union. It's the guy that has always had all the big bikes there. He always had like a KZ 1000 there, a Honda CBRR 600. It's that same guy. So whatever he does, he makes a lot of bucks because those bikes are expensive here. Checking my options for PI. Looking into the K1 visa now. Okay, yeah, I did that, Daniel. I brought Melanie to the U.S. on a K1. I did the whole thing myself. And I can give you a website that will walk you through that visa process step by step by step by step. And hundreds and thousands of people are members of this website. It's called visajourney.com. There's literally thousands and thousands of people on there sharing their information, screenshotting their applications, and they show you how to put it in order when you mail it off to the Philippines, because it needs to be in a certain order. And all of it's covered, man. And we did our whole visa. Melanie and I did the whole thing by ourselves, just using this website, because there's so many people there that are sharing the information. So yeah, it's visajourney.com. Check it out. If you're looking into it, you're gonna learn more in 1 hour on this website than you would get. You know how it is. There's so much information available here now. The Raptor. Davey or DV, welcome to the live stream. Thanks so much for coming in. We have, if you look down in my channel, we've got Pinoy Cooking with Melanie, and she has done all of those. We've already done those videos. Sisig, Lumpia, but we're going to do new ones. But actually, you have to subscribe to my wife's channel if you can, Malay Adventures. It's going to be in the description box below. And she has her own channel now. But most of her cooking was done on my channel before she became a vlogger. We've got a lot of Pinoy cooking recipes on the channel. Yeah. That's another video I've got to do for you guys. Is just what it looked like traveling during the pandemic, going both to the USA and coming back. And I'll just say a small portion now. Makati, you guys, was a ghost town. There was tumbleweeds going down Makati Avenue. And I was just stunned. I could not believe what I was seeing. And this was July of 2020. Absolute ghost town. I was just stunned. I couldn't believe it. And it made me really happy I was leaving. But that sure changed quick. Thanks, Daniel. Great to see you, brother. We used to chat a lot. I know. Daniel was like an assistant manager. at in Angeles. Can't remember where you were at now, but that's all I need to say. Interesting life there, Daniel Flores. Hope you can get back soon, brother. Or are you going to K1 your same girlfriend, or you got a new honeycomb? Yeah, manager. Well, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, that's what I meant. I just remember talking to you, man, years ago, like back in 2013 when I first started coming back to the Philippines. Somehow we hooked up on Facebook. I don't remember. I don't remember why or how that happened. RC Dyer, I'm just looking at your. I'm just looking at your. Shit. I better stay on Philo in the Philippines here. Yeah, guys, one more reminder. Go to Philo in the Philippines and like that page. So we can connect through Facebook on Messenger if you want. It's so easy, you know. Ah, yeah. Okay. Same girl. Okay. Good. What time is it? 11 o'clock. Guys, I'm going to call the chat because I've got to walk over to the vulcanizing shop. And it's hot in the Philippines. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can get my buddy. We've got Chano. He's in the family. Well, he's impregnated one of the girls in the family. Maybe he does motorcycle rides for people. I'll just call him and he'll run me over there and I can walk home. I'm going to call the live stream. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining us. That's probably all I'm going to do from now on is 2 hours. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. If you can share our videos, please do. We're on the road to 10,000. If you go to the homepage on YouTube of Philo in the Philippines, you'll see all the links on the right-hand side. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And if you want to help us out, help our channel out, watch that 30-second commercial, okay? Let that 30-second commercial play all the way through. Give us a hand. John Marlin, thank you so much. Everybody that came in and talked with us today, we really appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to everybody. I'm super humbled that I was able to come back here and just step right back into it. And it's a thanks to all you guys that I was able to do that. Thank you so much. We're going to be here every Tuesday, guys, at 9 a.m. I'm going to go get my bike fixed so I can ride with Tito Road tomorrow. And I'm going to come back here and edit a video, put up for you guys. It's going to be the vulcanizing. Yeah, I'll vlog the vulcanizing too, because, those guys are always characters. Have a pleasant day. Thank you so much, you guys. And we'll see you next Tuesday. Until the next video.